Alrighty, let's get started a little bit early and get this over with. Alright. Let's go get our EXP buff for the day.
Make your move first. Taking action is the best way to.
And now let's go kill mushrooms until there's no mushrooms left to kill. Oh wait, they infinitely spawn. Well, crap. You know, we should probably change our night vision. Just saying. Make our life a little bit easier. Alright, let's take a ride through, see if anybody's actually here. Nope. Alright. Alright, let those guys despawn. Make sure I got all the crap out of my inventory from the last grind. De-aggro that crap. Okay. Alright. So, we need to check first our inventory. We got 300 of those, so let's grab from Calpheon 600 of that. Go. They're all nice and fed. And then just grab the pet feed. Feed all the little munchkins. Alright. Nice! I barely missed that expiring. Let's go ahead and spend our energy and claim this. Valencia City. Send Moodle. Alright. And then we want to invest in Histria real quick. Try to get that node leveled up. Okay. So, double check. Do we have EXP crystals? Yes. Are those equipped? Yes. We need to repair. And then let's go ahead and charge up for the day. Go ahead and activate that. Activate that. And then we're gonna Villa Scroll. We're gonna get 3 hours of energy, and let's grab the tent buff, and off we go. Alright. Let hour 1 of the grind session begin. Bruh, I love it when it does this. Yeet. Oh yeah, so we did our Barrier of Infestation last night, and we now are officially have all the I think we have all the APs. I think the only one I'm missing now is the DP one from Land of Morning Light. But anyway, we are we're now basically waiting on the Kaposha accessory, I believe, for the next AP and not the Kaposha, but the Jatina's Crescent Ring for our next AP increase. So we'll see. That will take us to the next bracket, which will be nice. We'll need to find our upgrades, and in what order. Like, I know I want to do Pen Dandy, but that's very reliant on costumes. Or not the Pen Dandy, but the Pen Black Star. I know we want to do I know we want to start looking at accessories, the Devo set, but that seems pretty far away. Because it's like, I would like to get upgrades instead of side grading, and I don't want to take the set, like, hidden AP as, I don't want to take hidden AP as a stat increase. Well, yes, it will help. I really need to find... I really need to find a better upgrade, I think, first. I think one thing that's gonna hold me back is I might have to make a few side grades where they are slight upgrades. But we'll have to see when that day comes. Not quite ready to commit onto accessories, because accessories get so expensive. I mean, I could kind of min-max my crystals, but I don't like... I don't feel they do enough in the grand scheme of upgrades to put that money into them first. Crystals have always been a tweaking piece. It's never been a focus piece of your build. Like, yeah, they are important, they do stuff, but it's more, your gear always has come first. So, that's where we're gonna be for right now. We've got a way out. We've got to weigh out something here as well, which is, do I stay here and farm another potion up to sell while we have this drop event? If these drops are truly, like, mob-based. Or would I get just as many per hour if we go in to work on the map piece or something like that? Would we get more per hour or equal per hour? So we'll need to do a little bit of experimenting at some point, but first comes first, the actual HP pot. So we're gonna need to get the 300, or at least the, let me rephrase that. At least we have to worry about getting the 200 Atanis elements, or 199 Atanis elements for my HP pot. After that, it doesn't matter what we do, because we are going to be making an MP pot regardless if we're going to do another Atanis pot, because it's the one that's least done. And then eventually when that sells, that's money. 16, 18 bill, I think, net. So that'll help get into an upgrade of some sort. What is that upgrade? I have no idea. I don't know. I know I've got to come off the Kaposha accessories at some point. I do know that. We're trying to farm our cups up because supposedly we can pull these things out, so that makes a little more sense now of, oh yeah, I should probably work on that because that's more stats. And considering getting both rings done will, be quite the advantage for me, because I have the one done, so that's a pen crescent that we never have to worry about for quite a long time. And then we have the other pen crescent, which, you know, that's 2 pen crescents. That's 20 AP on a ring. If we've got, you know, tons of upgrades somewhere else, then I don't have to worry about my rings for a while, so we can get the rings in their semi-forever home. Because it's not like we'll ever get money back from those. Those are forever on my account, can never be sold, as they are free. So, it's not like there's any financial investment I get back. We spend it, it's there forever. It's not like a flip investment of anything. Because at this point, I think it's safe to believe that the Crescent market is forever crashed. With 2 free pen Crescents sitting on so many accounts, Crescent rings will take a very long time to stabilize, if they ever do again. So to see a 50 bill Crescent Ring is probably long gone. So, if for some reason that they ever start going back up in price, sure, it could be worth buying some to flip them, because you could essentially near double your money on them by how it's designed, but I don't think they'll ever be back at their 50 bill point. I find that really hard to believe. Because they're going to just get devalued even more so by Deboreka. Or whatever the Deboreka said. Because they're going to, I know what they're going to do. They're going to eventually release an entire set of Deboreka, and then they're going to release another 3-piece set of another type of accessory. And then you're going to pick between however you want to build your set based off of those. So you'll have 2 different 3 accessory sets. And then someday, Deboreka will be your Crescent Ring. It'll be free and garbage, and the next set will be even more OP. So, it's the circle of life in Black Desert. One's man's trash is another man's treasure. Hey, you motivated me to get the Valk grind, 29,000 trash polys. Is that normal, or am I underperforming? Depends on the gear of your Valkyrie. But for where I'm at and the cap that I'm hitting, I'm doing around 31,000, but I would say anything from 29.5 to 29.5 to somewhere around, safe to say, 32 has been like my highest. You're doing just fine. I also have a level 20 node. I'm rocking a level 2 loot scroll, so do keep that in mind. So I would say as long as you're above 29, even 28.5, I would say is an acceptable, like, low roll, depending on your node investment. And how efficiently do you move from, you know, pack to pack like I'm doing. Like, I'm not saying I'm doing it perfect, but you can see I'm utilizing my movements as best as possible between these packs. Trying to stay efficient, but at the same time trying to not completely just gut my stamina. Because Valk sucks when she has 0 stamina. Like, it's come on, go. You feel like you're chugging behind. But I mean, it's still grabbing the mobs, and it's still absolutely dunking them. So, yeah, if you're doing 29, that's roughly my average. I would say if you're doing like 25 to 27, I think there's something wrong. Honestly, if you underperform my ranger, you have an issue. So if you're doing anything under 28, something's wrong. Somewhere, somehow, in the way you're grinding, isn't up to par. So, I say you're good. But I'm glad you're giving Valk a shot. She's always been, you know, special to me. So, it's nice seeing other people give her a shot and try her out. Yeah, it's a very easy, chill grind here. I mean, I don't mind the grind even like at Mirmok. Mirmok, it's a very relaxed grind. You just need to use your dashes between the trees, and then it's just basically sit and block and wait. And when they come up, you suck, and then you blow up. Okay. Where I'm at in gear, I dunked the mobs there. But that also, like I said, is a me thing. You know. I'm not sure how seasonal will do, but I'm sure, you know, if you ever want to tag her with your real gear or whatever, you'll have fun with her wherever she goes. Like, I mean, there's other skills that work. Like, I can come over here and, you know, do that and it'll kill a chunk of them. You know, we've got that skill that works. But, you know, here at Poly's, it's about just the consistent movement through. So it's chaining those together. Now, one thing I will suggest that has been a big, you know, trick of mine for years playing on Black Desert is if you have a mouse that has side buttons, whether it be 2, 3, 10, you know, you got an MMO mouse or whatever it is, switch one of the mouse buttons that it's on the side to your weapon swap, and it helps make doing what I'm doing way easier, going pack to pack like this, because we're using the right click spacebar trick to go through it. Then I'm just doing my shield chases. Pressing spacebar in the middle of a shield chase, which does the little swirl, and then forward F to move through the packs. But yeah, when I press the spacebar, whoops, I didn't do it there. Come on, I think it's shift spacebar. I actually don't even know. Yeah, it's the spacebar in between my attack. In between the dash. And that actually has enough damage on it to kill the lower shrooms. It won't kill the big ones, but it'll kill the low ones. I use a controller, so it's all different for me. Yeah, you are definitely the unique one, Aaron. I still don't know how you pulled off what you pulled off with a controller. Because it's never really had, like, real controller support. So, it's always been baffling at how it worked. I'll tell you, though, coming from console, controller sucks to play on. Personally. I would never tell anyone to do this on controller. But I understand if you have to, or you just really want to. Probably. But the difference for, like, what I see is, like, at least Black Desert console is optimized in how the skills are delivered for controller, where Black Desert on the PC never was. You were limited to your hotbar, right? So if it wasn't on your hotbar, you didn't get to use it, and you couldn't open up, like, other windows of skills. It was, what you had was it. Somewhere button combos for all of the menus. And shit. All right. God, I could not. Like, don't get me wrong. If my only option was to play console, I'd be ecstatic to play it if this was something I really wanted to play. So, controller would be great. But knowing the mouse and keyboard, I don't know. Knowing, possessing this knowledge is a blessing and a curse. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge, Mr. Stark. Kind of like a certain strange doctor. I know, right? Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Yeah, if only you had your emojis. Hello there, how's it going? Good morning. Yes. There do be several of those you could have used. Alright. Here, I'll ask Valhalla Princess. What do you think my next upgrade should be? Excluding the Gentina, alright? Let's go outside of that. Let's go outside of Gentina accessory. What would my next upgrade be? Devo set? How did I have a feeling you were gonna say that? Bro, what's the name of this game? It is Black Desert Online. We're playing the PC version. Which is similar, but still different from the console version. Alright, we need to get night mode off. It's 6 a.m. in game. It's getting bleached out. There we go. That's how we cheat and don't use lanterns. Literally pick any accessory and go for it. Okay. Very well. So the question comes in that I was having is it really worth because I will lose stats to gain hidden stats. Is that really worth for me right now? Or am I better off getting my hard sheet AP up so that I can, when I have those hidden stats, it makes it better? Because that's where I'm kind of feeling stuck at. Whoops, wrong one. Forgot I was supposed to dash there. Losing 2 to gain 12. Yeah. But wouldn't it be more for me because I'm running basically 10 accessories? So I'm gonna lose actual AP overall. It's not like I'm gonna have a singular spot where, because like I've got Tet Tungrads, a Tet Kaposha, or a Pen Kaposha, which is Tet Bassi, and a Pen Kaposha, which is a Tet Ogre. So I think I lose more than 2. Because they're all less. Every single one of them. If I go to tries, that is. Now if I go to Tets, then sure, it's a full actual upgrade. But that's 90 bill a pop versus 60 bill for all of them. No, you go for Tets. I don't know, there's just something unsettling about knowing that I have to spend that much money to go for minor upgrades right now that I will almost probably never actually see. So it doesn't move me to the next level. Like, Holly's Forest is basically Pen accessories. Yeah, at a 90 bill price tag though. That's the issue, is those Pen accessories right now are insanely cheap. I can go buy a Pen Tungrad or a Pen like necklace for 50, 60 bill. And it gets me a actual 5 AP upgrade right now. Like, that's where I'm struggling with the difference. Yeah, I'm here for the potion piece, Lady Nocturnal. We're doing a Atanis element grind, that's why we're here. So you have to realize, I'm not sitting at former Pen accessories. I hadn't been to that step yet. I feel like if I'm going Debo and I'm going Tets, I feel like I'm skipping a step. Like, yeah, I get a much bigger payoff at Tet. I get that. Why is that mob invulnerable? But I guess for me, it feels like I get where you're going with it. But I feel like I have to kind of find that... I have to be able to get to the grind spot that can get me the 90 bill. I look at it as the cost of doing business. You have to spend money to make money. It's like an investment in gear. You know, I had to spend a crap ton of money. Does it mean if I was to sell one of my microphones now, I could get the same price for it? Some I could make money on. Some I'll never get my money back on. So, but when the day comes, remind me to do a Marnie box today. I need to put that in. I was wondering, knew I was a couple hours from this thing. I think that's where I'm kind of like, I'm not saying I'm hung up at, but I gotta go, okay, I gotta get to the spot to make that 90 bill. And I'm not gonna make it at my current place. For whatever reason, every time somebody suggests a grind spot, it turns out to be absolute ass cheeks money. When I go and grind it to near mob killing, respawning efficiency, I'll make a bill an hour at Giants. Alright. Somebody said I was gonna make a bill an hour at Orcs, but I barely pulled 400 mil out of that place in the hour. So, and I mean barely pulled 400 mil out of it. I agree. I spent some time there and I don't see why it's actually good money. Unless it's the stupid accessory that I never got. Because I didn't spend enough time there. It didn't make sense. But here's what I look at. If I can pull this grind off right now, I will have all my cups done. Let's see here. J-O... J-Tao? I have no idea how to say your name. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining my quest. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we know. You know, not everybody has a rich sugar mama to help swipe and make 5 bill. You know, all my money's going into my OC project, so any money I had to do degenerate stuff is long gone. Long gone. Giants is money and crystallized. Crystallized despair and switching sun shards. Okay. Well, that's gonna be an annoying node to get to. She knows. She knows, Zoo. She knows. Alright, so... Since you probably didn't hear any of that, what I said was, I said not everyone has a rich little sugar mama who can help afford to pay $5 bill an hour. Or $5 bill for just swiping a credit card, you know. I'm stuck having to, well, I'm not stuck. I'm working on my OC project, so I don't have the, degenerate funds to do things. But I am taking applicants if anybody is interested. There is a reviewing process. 40,000 pearls on Black Friday. Damn! Yeah, you remember doing stupid stuff like that. God, some of those sales were great. Especially that buy one, get one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a swiper's dream. Oh yeah, Lady Nocturnal understands me very well. She's been around long enough. She knows. Got distracted. I'll be back soon. Alright. The step up wasn't bad. I did that here not too long ago. Oh yeah, that would be my goal. If I'm gonna go get anything, you know, immediately, it would be there. Anniversary's always been good in Black Desert. How long have I been at this? Today? Today I've been at this for 38 minutes. As far as actually doing the grind, I've been at this for 41 hours at Polly's now. We landed the full potion piece when we were doing Shuriken Night, so I just need 199 more pieces because I had one Blood Wolf piece on me from, I guess, a quest. So, but I think we're gonna end up putting another like 40 hours here, and we're gonna get a second MP pot and probably sell it. We're gonna test some spots after we get our MP or after we get our HP pot. We're gonna probably test while there's a drop rate event. We might test normal Achmed and normal Hystria and see, or maybe even the map. I don't know where I don't know which treasure piece I want to start with first. Alright, so I can't confirm my exact drop rate yet, but so far I'm averaging around 19 an hour. So I haven't really had a good, I don't have a good foundation yet like I do with, I can tell you for near certainty, I have a near 7 Atanis drop rate here. That was my average from last night as well. So, but I can tell you that for certain because of how many I've looted and the data I have to back that. But right now, I'm waiting to get, I'm waiting to get a little bit further into it, maybe another day, maybe two, and then I'll have that solid average to where I can say, yeah, it's roughly this. Because there are days where we underperform. You know, like with Atanis, here's how this goes. This is Atanis 101 for anybody. 1 hour, you'll loot 3, maybe 4. The next one, you'll loot 15. The next hour, you'll loot like 6. So, it's very up and down. Spent 3 hours and got 71. Okay. I mean, like, I have a... No, that's not 3... Drop rate does not affect Atanis, by the way. I've nearly confirmed this at this point. I've been on Arsha, I've been on, up to, like, a 200 drop rate. I've looked at people's data who has a, like, 160 drop rate. I've been in the 250s. Drop rate is for Atanis elements only. I believe they are a separate drop outside of the drop table, based on sheer chance per mob. That cannot be influenced. Now, some people will want to disagree with that, but data shows if I can pull the exact same number off of a 300 plus drop rate in Arsha, but then come back to a normal one and get equal or better, it's an exterior drop rate. Everything else increased, but the Atanis. That's where things get interesting. I would think so, because it is a... You get it often enough that it makes sense. And now here's why I think it's also influenced that way. Atanis is meant to be a pity system that allows people to obtain the item. But it's not the actual treasure pieces, all right? Now, when it comes to the real treasure pieces, I believe those are actually influenced, okay? So that makes sense. But because this is a thing that's designed to be in a bunch of grind spots for players to catch up, it makes sense for it to be fixed so it paces them, but it also is fixed in a sense that it doesn't matter if you're on a level 1 node, no node investment, if you're on Arsha or if you're on the brand new Olvia server. You can get the same drop rate regardless of your time investment. You don't need to, like, do you really need to use loot scrolls for Atanis? Probably not. I am using it because I'm still trying to make money here. I'm still trying to pull something out of this place to make my time worth it. So, yes, I am technically making, let's say, my actual average with the Atanis is around 750 to 800 mil an hour here. Now, physical tangible cash is roughly, let's say, 350 to 400 mil is what I get in an hour here. In the hindsight, is it great money? Absolutely not. You can do better other places. But, exactly. That is literally, I think, why. Because if drop rate influenced it, I should have seen a significant increase going from 212, or like, I think it was like 220, to 350. I didn't see that drop. I did not see a drastic difference in my Atanis drops. Actually, my Atanis was lower that hour when I had the jackpot run. Then, on the normal runs, you couldn't tell them apart from my non-Arsha runs. It made no difference. But for everything else, there was an increase. We got slightly more Caphras. We got slightly more Blackstones. We definitely got more Traces of Forest. We got more Forest Breaths. We got more other... We got everything else in the loot table more, but the Atanis. That pretty much says Atanis is outside the drop rate. Now, don't take this as, like, the Blood Wolf items, the little pity ones you get from there, or the claws, or whatever you have to farm at those other places. That, I believe, is still in the loot table. We're specifically and only talking about Atanis elements. Morning, hello there. How you doing today? So, people will kind of buck back at that because they're going to want to believe that their 300 drop rate means something for every item, but it completely makes sense that it's a fixed rate, especially when you look at what the piece really is and who it's designed for. Because why is somebody at 168 drop rate, getting the same thing I'm getting at 260 on the exact same piece. They average the same. Uh-oh, you've officially got escape artists. Oh my god, it's Nightingale. Hello there. How's it going? Any tips on how to become hot like me? It's the Avengers hat. You have to buy the Kevin Feige, I believe is what it was, Avengers Endgame hat, and then the hotness will ensue. That's how you do it. That's my tip. My only other one I would pimp is the hoodie, but I don't have the hoodie for sale yet. So I'd be like, hey, you know, if you want to be hot, you know, I've got this nice, really warm hoodie here. It keeps you nice and warm. But I don't have it for sale yet. I'm still beta testing this one. He also knows how to cook, which is a bonus. Heck yeah! I haven't cooked in a while, but I've been too much of a gremlin writing to cook, so I go grab some food and go right back to my laptop, and then right while I'm eating. But when I do cook, I throw down. So here's a jackpot run. If you guys want to know what an Atanis jackpot run is, it's this. We're gonna get at least 11 in this hour, which is above my normal average. My current Poly's average is 7.1 or 7 right now. And I don't expect the next hour to be just as good. I expect it to honestly tank. Like I said, I expect when I finish this grind in 3 hours, or 2 hours roughly, we'll have the average of 7. Today may be better. Today we might actually have a really good jackpot day. But then tomorrow we kind of get a slightly below average day, which will average this day out, and we're good. We could literally go next hour and not see a single Atanis element. Very rare does that happen. I've seen a few people report it, but even I get at least 2 or 3 in that hour. And I think the people who report the 1 or nones don't have their pets on stun. Or they don't have tier 4 pets. But we got 10 minutes left, so I mean, there's a chance we get up even further than this. But do not take this 12 in an hour as a guarantee. It's not always going to be this. It's very rare I get a 12, let's say a 10 plus run. I think the highest I've gotten in 1 hour is, I think it's 16 in 1 hour. So the Atanis element is for the potion piece? Yes, it's the universal pity piece. So you use these pieces to buy the other 3 pities. You know, like the small elements. It's not the major elements. You have to buy the 100 of each little piece, or how many ever you're missing. is this is the middle road because it's just a universal one size fits all for both pieces. You know, we already have our MP pot, and now we're just working towards the HP one. My bottleneck is gonna be I need the pedals, which I'm gonna have to go do the Kama quest line for, and then probably some dailies. But thankfully the Ranger hasn't been through it, and the Ranger's queued up to the point where she can go do Kama Sylves, so Ranger will definitely get a chunk of those. Yes, they used to not be able to do that, and people moaned and groaned about that because it made no sense that you had to transfer them from character to character to use it. They're like, why can this not just be in the family inventory? It literally makes sense. All treasure items should be able to go in your family inventory. They are so rare and a pain in the butt to get. I can understand a lot of the other things, and I was right there with them. When they introduced family inventory and I finally found out about it, people were groaning about it. It was annoying. They're like, the one thing you were hoping to do with it. Do I have a maxed fairy? That I do. So it hits it on cooldown. And I've also got continuous care, so it will feed me 16 items. I just don't, I'm not gonna go risk it and try to slam for the max for 20. Not right now. I don't really need 20, and I don't want to go deep whaling unless somebody wants to fund that experiment. Then we'll slam it till it's maxed. So it's definitely there. Like, look at this. We're still 7 minutes in, and we got 14 Atanis elements. Which, this scares me. This literally makes me wonder, will I have a really bad hour on this next tent buff? And keep in mind, I'm not playing sleight of hand. 267.5 is my drop rate. And I can confirm that I've done this on 215, which is really low, or 218. Because right now we have the 50% drop rate buff from the event. So it's just my normal level 20 node plus the oh, I just realized something. I went around and I shouldn't have. Oh, snap. Yeah, I'll be fine. Where we're at, we'll be fine. Yeah, we've done a lot of the investments on things that we needed, so. All right, yeet. That command used to work. But that's it. But that command also used to give you a literal moving gear. Because I wasn't, back in the day when I was actually like actively playing, like heavily actively playing, oh no, people did not know my gear. At least not current gear. When did they change all the life gems? I came back to 30 bill in my warehouse. They just changed that like 2 patches ago. So, I used to not show gear off in the chat, when I used to stream Black Desert seriously for those years, because, what it allowed people to do was they could size you up if they wanted to stream snipe you or not. And 9 out of 10 times, they, would come in, you'd see the gear command, and then suspiciously, within about 5 minutes, somebody was PKing you. You could buy a pin accessory, don't. Also, do this at some point, Lady Nocturnal. If you don't have 2 pin crescents already, get one of the free ones from that. That is the second free Gentina's accessory. You go in, you can pick a free tongue grad. Well, it's not free. They simplified the idea of it now. It's no longer that annoying long quest. It's you can slam this out in one sitting if you have all the materials and money. Which you have all the you should have all the materials and money because you hoard like everything. So you should have the 17,000 weapon stones. You should have the silver to buy the catalysts. You should be good. The only thing I don't know if you'll have are the yellow crystals and the Jonas fragments. And it should still cost you less than buying a min-price pin crescent right now. Which is nuts. Because those are now down to like 28 bill, I think, when I last saw it. How many Yonas? I think like 400, I think, in total. Because I think the final one's 300. If you've got over 1,000, you'll be fine. Alright, we got 2 minutes left on this first hour. Definitely don't have the weapon stones. Wow. Good luck. They're 300,000 a pop again for the first time in eons. They're actually back at max price. I hadn't seen that in so long. Although I hadn't checked today to see if they have crashed at all. Because I figure as soon as everybody's done, like, slamming the Gentina's accessory, getting that initial wave, they'll go back down. Which is why I sold mine. All I have to do is wait for it to get under 256,000, and I've made a profit. Whether it be a silver apiece or anything, just I cannot buy anything over 256,000 silver. Still have your life skilling gear? Nice. Pen, Hunter's Clothing, Tet Manus accessories. Jesus. I forgot you had all of that. Oh, hey, 15 Atanises in an hour. Literally 8 more than my average. Which means this next hour is gonna be trash. Alright, we'll head back to the horse now. And put this all up. Guru 600? Nice. Alright, so my average for that hour was 31, or I got 31,000 trash loot. I averaged 10 that hour for the jewels. But my Atanis elements were through the frickin' roof. Alright. Repair. Shop, and... hour number 2, commence. Now see, knowing you, I don't know if this is actually your account or if this is an account you bought. Because I know you a little too well. So, there's a chance that's not actually your account. Like, one you've always played on. Although, I could totally see you doing the hunting thing. So that's why it's like, okay, that is actually believable. But I also know you. Hunter's fun AF. I'd imagine. I've done it some, I just haven't really, I've never gotten completely into it yet. Especially the sniper rifle hunting. Now that's something I've never done. I've only done, the main hunting thing I've done was the rhinos in Odalita. That was the big one that I've done. Bears, boars, and land of the morning light. Okay. That is something I've never gotten into. Actually, where is it? Okay. That won't get completed today, but it'll get close. That will get close. Here's the really dumb thing. All I have to do is loot 1, and I get 8 an hour average. Which will at least get 1 during this full hour. Okay, so where are people doing the Shadow Wolf thing? Or not the Shadow Wolf, the Shadow Lion hunting. Because I've only heard where it's at, or I've only heard about it, but not where it's at. Speaking of selling of accounts, I'm trying to sell, get rid of your Honkai Star Rail. I can only imagine how much money you've actually put into that. Odalita. Okay. Next to the rhinos? Oh, really? Huh, I've never seen them. Is parked outside them. Okay. That Fate account is stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'm not gonna lie, if I were you, I would cash out on that before you can never cash out on it. And then walk the frick away. I'm not gonna lie. If you can find some thirsty person who would be able to cash out and hit a number you're willing to accept, I would totally 100% get rid of that game before it shutters or before it starts losing the value because nobody just wants that. But I know you're really proud of that FGO account. Well, that's what I'm saying, is if you can get it, I would take it. I'd take it and leave happily. Why, though? You could have that money to go invest into something else. You could find a new addiction that you could literally sink all that into at once if you wanted to. Did I get the seller's remorse? You've had that. You've been grinding that thing for a long time. I don't know. What else do you find enjoyable? Do you have to invest it into a game, or is there something else in life you'd want to invest it into? Or someone you'd want to invest it into? Do something nice for your significant other. Do something for your parents. I don't know. Go do something for yourself. Go do something you've always wanted to do, or see, or... I don't know. Find a new game and throw it in it. You got lots of options. That would be one expensive meal. All of, like, let's see here, you would blow... maybe $60? Oh, alright, you got 15,000 more. Where are you going with that? Sprinkled gold. So that's what the cool people are doing nowadays. Listen. There comes a point where even I'm gonna sit there and go, look, that's retarded, we're not going that far. Listen, I'm not a special kind of stupid. I'm not about to sprinkle gold on food to then literally shit out a couple hours later going, well, there goes down some gold into a septic tank that'll never get seen again. There be gold in them thar hills. Yep. There will be gold. I swear, people have been getting stupider and stupider. Jeez. I've seen, trust me, I've seen it. I have seen those videos and pictures myself of gold topped on food, and I'm like, bruh, I am not doing that. I don't care if you tell me I will have good fortune for the next 100 years. I would not do that. Gold sprinkled on top of food. Like, literally, like, if you'll see it in some of these, like, there was like a burger I saw. Pals would have bad fortune forever. Well, you know, You know when people talk about shitting gold bricks? Well, sign me up. Time to shit a gold brick. Alright. Nice take, full-size golden leaf just to make it expensive. Yeah, no. Not going to that level of dumb. Oh, jeez. Oop. Wrong button. That's always the risky one, trying to cut through that tree. Of course, I always leave that one behind. But I've seen burgers that sold for supposedly like $100,000 and on it was literally gold flakes. And I'm like, there ain't no way I'm gonna pay 6 figures for food. On top of that, a hamburger. I refuse. I refuse to pay anything over $30 that is a sandwich. Like, 25 is getting to my absolute, like, cap. But you better be selling me some, like, insane, like, exotic meat or some crap on it. You know, at that point, sure, I might bite. Like, as an example, the bison burger I had last night was like $18. Sure, I'll swing on an $18 hamburger for bison. It's not something I get to have often. So, cool, bison burger. But for me to go spend like $30? Nope, not happening. Honestly, if that got any too much more expensive, like $22, $24, I would have been like, nah, I'm not doing it. It's not worth that. I'll take that burger. Put the gold flakes on the side for me. Not even for me. I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm gonna go sell this gold when I'm done to make some of my money back from buying this expensive burger. And then they come back and like, oh yeah, it's fool's gold. And then you just feel like really bad about your life decisions. It was fake all along! You know, I actually just realized this. I should have put the Marnie's box on my Ranger. So we could have tried to see how many How many Marnies can I, or how many Polys can I kill in an hour on my Ranger? Because we wanted to see, I just realized, we wanted to see, because we know I'm getting less trash loot as a Ranger. But we know my clear speed is faster as a Ranger. So I'm getting more, I get more mobs killed, but I'm picking up less loot because I'm going through the packs so much faster. Found a hair in my food. I'd like a full refund. Can you take the your gold flakes back? Free food. I think there's probably a clause on that menu that says there are no refunds if you order this one item. Like, I mean, seriously, what is the story to this stuff? If somebody's gonna be like, I'm selling a $100,000 hamburger. Okay, what was this, like the cow to the great Japanese emperor or something? And, its reincarnation of whatever? Like, what in the world did you get high on that made you think you could sell ground beef, a bun, some veg, and some condiments with a little bit of flaky gold on it for $100,000? Well, I went to culinary school and I ate, you know, and I traveled the world and learned all this stuff. Be like, bro, I can go eat at Gordon Ramsay's 3-star Michelin restaurant and probably still get a hamburger for less than this bullcrap. So, explain me that one. And it won't be raw either. Oh, jeez. The things we talk about while we grind. It's raw. I'll tell you what though, this talk about food's making me hungry. And it's only 8 a.m. here. Ugh. It's only 8 a.m. I've been up since 2 o'clock. Writing. I adjusted my timeline last night, and then I had to... Then I adjusted it a little bit more this morning, because I was like, you know what, I think I can tweak this a little bit cleaner. So then I started working on it, and then about 30 minutes before stream, I finally stopped and took a little break. Let my mind not be just completely mush when I got here. Like I said, complete mush. But if I keep this pace up, I should be done with Volume 7 by about a week from now. Pay an astronaut to bring me back some moon dust in a bottle, and then sprinkle that on the burger. You think that would make it worth more than gold dust? Maybe. If you've got that kind of money, just donate it to me at that point. I'll just make you meals. Just whatever you want. Don't pay an astronaut. Good God. That would be expensive. I'm sure I can find a way to fake some moon sand for you and fulfill that desire without it actually being from the moon. At that point, you could probably buy a house and you could buy a really nice house and have it completely paid off and enough food to last you probably a year for the cost it would take you to go to the moon and retrieve moon dust. Mod has 592 in the mag now. That's still really low. Like, it's higher than what it was, but it's still really low. Mine's over 1,000 in the mag. But you only have, I think, you only have, what, 1 or 2 max ammo rolls on her. Okay. I can't remember if I'm 3 or 4 max ammo rolls on her. I don't like using that dash. That's the one I probably need to lock so that I don't burn stamina. It's a great... It used to be a great dash, but they've made it too expensive per dash for that thing. So I used to use that in Node War. So have you heard anything really about what I've talked about with my OC project at all? Or is this kind of like your first time really hearing about it? Which will determine what to actually kind of tell you about. Are you a hentai writer? No, I'm not a hentai writer. Absolutely not. I'm not going that route at all. Listen, I might like looking at sauce, but I'm not gonna write sauce, alright? Let's just go ahead and get that straight. First time. Okay. So, essentially, over COVID, I decided to do... I had decided basically to kind of make a... play around with the idea of making a video game. And the video game was, the working, project title is called Project New Life. And basically what it was is me trying to figure out what it would take to make... And I mean, this has been a long time thing, but I had actually, started, diving into it because, COVID, we were all sitting around playing with ourselves. So... I was diving into the story idea a little bit more, and I was like, okay, well, I kind of created a cool, little world. Well, that was it. Then, I started thinking about stream as I was getting closer to, I was getting really close to Twitch partner until, a certain, streamers that is thankfully exploding right now, or imploding, I should say, ruined my reputation and stopped me from getting the partner. So I was looking at the time, what would be my Twitch theme, and I was thinking about my original character. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I guess that could work. I think people would like the character, so I guess if I hit partner, I'll start working on that. Well, as things started to develop, I started thinking about the story and everything, and I realized I actually a lot of the backstory I already had on the idea for the game idea, on certain aspects. And then I realized if I put her in that world, I had a really interesting story. So I began the idea of why not write a light novel that will tell the story before the game releases. Meaning, you're gonna see the story that leads to the game. Because this way it saves me a lot of time and allows you to really get connected with the world in another sense before we get to the game, so the game makes sense. Because the game starts at a different period of time. So, my idea was start writing this out. I have written 6 volumes in total. I'm writing 7 now. I've got it planned to 12, like actually as in a working sheet, and I have the overall timeline to volume 25. So right now I'm working with an artist getting the concepts of all the major characters designed after having a very unfortunate year last year. I had a lot of stuff implode on me. The original artist that I was working with ghosted me. I was working on a very expensive project and they left me hanging for nearly 7 months. So with that, I had to find a brand new artist in order to do some of the artwork. Now the issue here is the artist that I'm currently looking at for the light novel has some scheduling issues that might become an issue. I'm trying to get them to where if I release a light novel, I'm releasing 1 every quarter or releasing 3 a year is what I'm looking at. So I'm trying to find an artist that can help do that without charging me like $400 an image, which is absurd. Absolutely absurd to play that kind of price for a single image on something there's a chance I may never get any of my money back on this, but I'm going because I'm that stubborn person. I will publish all 25 volumes and then I will quit. If it takes off, I might go further. But the idea is to publish the 25 volume story. Alright, so with ads I'll wait so that she can finish hearing that. I didn't even get a snooze option, which sucked. So normally I have a snooze that I can hit. Got 30 seconds, and then we'll get back to the story. Oh, wait. Alright, so you should be back. Alright, so to finish up the light novel thing is basically, in short, you're gonna go on a grand adventure with my original character. And that's what is being written, is that adventure. Alright? So, yes, in short, I have it a little bit deeper than that. Because of the game is so darn expensive, the light novel itself wouldn't be able to pay for it. There's not a lot of money in light novels. Even at a highly successful thing, you have to realize that's not going to make a ton of money. So what my idea would be is to get the light novels gaining traction to where it has the popularity. Work out a deal with some sort of animation studio to develop an anime of it so that people can actually watch this happen, which to me is going to be one of the most amazing things ever, to see it really played out. I think that would be amazing, which that will help generate revenue there. Then, because we know how to exploit the Asian markets, we would want to make some sort of mobile game for it. Now that's gonna be the exact same story as the light novel. So, I mean, it's literally gonna be the mobile game based around that, and then obviously event characters and stuff like that. It would be based around that. The mobile game is what really funds the MMO that I would want to make, which was Project New Life. But I mean, it literally fit just perfect. The only thing I had to tweak were some of the race ideas and some of the classing ideas to make it fit her world. So now I just gotta deliver on my end and tell a story that doesn't suck. And I'll be real, I've been kind of nervous about this last volume or two because it's changed a little bit on how I wrote the first 5. But I'm hoping as I get into this back half of 7, it feels more normal. And everything just balances out. But I've got the idea, I've got the major plot points, and I've got, like, everything set up that would be needed to tell what would, I hope, to be a interesting story that's, you know, obviously everything's been told before. There's no real way of ever coming up with something truly ever original, you know? It's always the basic story, hero does this, hero does that, the end, you know, type thing. But trying to give a character that people can feel like they relate to, that they can feel the character's growth, that you can essentially grow with the character as the story goes along, and make interesting characters that, you know, are light and funny, some that are dark and serious, you know, that you have all these moments that kind of keep you going, what's gonna happen next? And here's the thing, though. I'm not a writer. I never enjoyed writing in school, but I've had to do it because the only way to tell the story is for me to write it. There's no other way for it to happen. Without me, it doesn't exist. Like a golf club, someone. Yes. Oh, jeez. Pick up a tree like a golf club. Oh, that's great. But it's a lot of balancing in it, really. And, you know, I don't want it to make it seem like It is a great mental image. I'm trying to make sure that the story doesn't feel repetitive because it is a longer story. It's 100 chapters, which is 25 volumes, 4 per volume. And then there's the sub-chapters are divided off of that. I'm trying to make sure that I have these really cool, unique mini-stories that get told that make you feel like you went on this grand adventure with the character. And I've made a world hopefully vast enough that it can feel like a journey really happened. That you get to see many different places and experience something, that is, I would say, I guess, kind of a wholesome-like experience with this character. You know, my mom's beta read the first 5 volumes. She grew quite attached to a few characters. Some she's begging me to bring back, and I'm like, they're gone. You know, it was meant to be a one-chapter character that, you know, fulfilled a really nice role. But, you know, I can't constantly keep slamming every character down that's cool and consistently bringing them back. Some characters need to be one chapter. Some characters need to be in every, sprinkled in a little bit. Then some are obviously the main focus, because that's what you need for a story. But not every character needs to be reoccurring characters. Where the issue where we start struggling is, she doesn't understand the animation type thing, or really the adventure. Like, if this was her story, it'd be a Disney princess story. Hands down. That's what it would be. That's what this would turn into, is a Disney princess story. Turn on the Disney Channel, flip it on, and there you go. And it's not that. Like, there was one sequence I put in there. She was actually upset with me. Over. Actually upset that I would go to this plot. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not writing a Disney princess story. I don't know what you're expecting. I'm not here for every moment to be feel good. She's like, that's disturbing. I'm like, why? It's all about telling a real story. I can explain it to you later, Aaron. I can't talk about it on stream, but I can explain it later. Although, I don't know if I want to ruin it. Okay. I'll say this. Remember, she is 70 years old, turning 71. Alright? She grew up in the land of fairy tales, alright? She grew up as a Southern belle. Put that into perspective. So, there are certain things to her that cross the line. And one of these to her, from what she read, crossed the line. Now, I will tell you, I did not cross the line. I know in my heart I have not crossed the line. I have not done anything that is that is actually bad. So there are certain things that I have deemed off limits. So for right now, in the story, religion is off limits. Will not discuss it, will not acknowledge it in any shape, form, or another. And the reason being is because I don't want to get into that can of worms of level of writing. So to me, I won't do anything religious like that. Crossing lines of bringing, I'm trying to think of how to describe this without giving anything away. And it's not because I don't want religion in the world, it's because it gets too complicated to deal with. So it's more of an understood that it could be there, it's never acknowledged, but it saves it the time of me having to create all the theocracy crap that I kind of just don't want to get into. Because as neat and cool as it could be, the idea is that the world happens completely and 100% outside of our physical existence, alright? Literally, you know, if you're one of the people who are, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth, it's outside of that, which will blow people's minds, because they're like, well, that's impossible, because he's all omnipresent, blah, 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 and they'll go down that rabbit hole, and I'm like, exactly. Take that, this universe happens outside of this. Well, that's impossible. It all has to, and it's like, exactly why I say I'm pulling it completely out, because I want to see what happens right now in a sterile environment. Do we need to talk about religion at any point in it? Do I need to create that said thing? Can I tell the story that doesn't need to follow around this, I hate to say, a cop-out, because so many shows and books do focus around that because it is such an easy topic to hit on. But can I tell a story that doesn't need to revolve around that, that still is catching? Crossing the line in my books is Berserk, where the main female protagonist gets assaulted by a demon dude. So, like, I'm not doing that. So, it's not like redo of a healer type thing. I have brought it up in passing, in a way, but I don't ever go there. I try to keep it directly from it. So you know, I set rules and I try to stick to them as closely as I can. You know, we're gonna deal with, you know, this has to always happen here, this always is gonna have to happen here if this happens. This character will always react this way no matter what happens because of this event. So this character will always feel sympathy towards that character because of what they went through here. So you have these rules written that help keep, you know, consistencies with experiences, so that it feels like a natural emotions to things. And hopefully we tell a compelling story in the end. But as far as Aaron's concerned, I will, since you know quite a bit, I'll give you the TLDR at some point today. I'm sure you'll be quite the bonked out, but you'll be able to read it when you wake up. Unless for some reason today you're actually active all day long. So we just need one more in this 10 minutes to get 11 an hour average. Which isn't bad. From Dreamland upon the horizon. I figured. So in about 8-10 hours, you'll be able to read what I was talking about. Now I will say it would make it a heck of a lot easier just to like give you the chapter that comes from. But I'll try to get it pretty TLDR for you. But I'm excited for the story, and I hope people really enjoy that experience when it finally drops. And I hope that they'll hang in long enough to really get deeper into the investments of that story, because it just keeps getting crazier and crazier each chapter they go. Some of them will literally blow your mind. Especially some of the ideas later on. There's gonna be some crazy crap going on in the story. Like, I've tried to plan out several really cool, like, events and moments that make you go, oh wow, I can see where this came from, or that's what this all led up to, or oh, that's really cool, I can't believe they went here, or I was wondering when this would get brought up, or I was wondering when this type of thing would get addressed, or you know, just things that you would, the breadcrumbs that I leave along the way, will people pick up on all of them? You know? Like, will people be able to follow all the little hidden details I leave in there? Or will some of them finally realize it once they get to it? Then they go back and realize I left clues hiding like that in the story. Going, oh wait, I remember this now. I remember this getting talked about. I remember this. I remember them saying something similar to this. You know, things like that. But every day the story is getting a little more complete, and my goal for 2024 is to write all 25 volumes. I know, crazy. But I've got up to basically 50s nearly written. I just need to get it in the format. So if I can get it cleaned up here in the next month and a half up to where I was, I'd be in really good shape. Basically, by summer, I need to be at chapter 50, and then by the end of the year, wrapping up volume 25. Which I already have volume 100 written in a rough draft. So that I had the ending to hit a target at. Because essentially, chapter 100 is... After that is the beginning of the video game. Like, where? I'm not sure. But it's after that. That has to happen for the game, in the world, for the game to take place. And things get even crazier than what was done the first story for that. There's some goals in that one. So averaging an 11 an hour now, so we dropped quite a bit on this one, which is fine. Like I said, jackpot runs are rare. And to get multiple in a row, even rarer. So hopefully... we end up today may actually be one of the highest runs if we can get a good third hour. We just need to loot 3 and we tie my best. 4 beats it. It'd be great if we could be nuts if we could actually get another decent, if we could get 8 in that third hour, that's 10 an hour average. Which would be cool. A weekly for what? The Atanis? No. Not that I've seen. This is, because it is universally grindable in 10 locations, I would assume they wouldn't want to put a weekly in. Because again, it allows you to buy all the potion pieces. Atanis can literally buy any one of the potion pieces. So... there's weekly for the other potion pieces, but this allows you to universally buy from one spot any of the 6 looted pieces from the grind zones. So, I could see why they wouldn't want a weekly. If there is, I totally didn't know about it, and I've literally done this raw dog. I promise you this, if there is a weekly, I'm doing it for the second one if we go for the cut pieces. I wouldn't get another HP pot. If I was to buy one, if I was to make one, I'd be, I would do another, MP pot unless you're talking about, because you have the actual real pieces for it. Then yeah, I understand making the HP pot. But the MP pot sells for more. The HP pot is more grinded out. The actual real pieces. Okay, that makes sense. So then, yeah, you could totally do it with the Atanis pretty easily. I mean, to be fair, that's only like, what, 12 bill to you at that point? I think is roughly what an MP pot will sell after market tax. Sounds about right, because it's like 14 point something percent is what you get back with value pack. Whoops, I just realized my timer's off. Alright, final countdown. Cost her over 40 bill. Supposedly, according to the Valhalla Princess, my upgrades are 90 bill a piece. Cause F me. That everything for me is pen or Tet Devos is everything supposedly for me. 3 Tet Devos. Ugh. So yeah. Someday. So, at that point, Zoo, it becomes you only level up 1 level a day, is all you ever do. You only level 1 piece of gear, 1 level a day. Nothing more, nothing less. Once you've hit that point, that's what you end up doing. Yep, that's kind of what you do. So you don't have the pen. Let's see here. I'm trying to read this and grind at the same time. So let's see. You don't have the pen Black Star. You're missing the second crescent ring. That would basically put us at equal. Okay. Now, do keep in mind, I'm running a garbage artifact for weight. Do know that. I'm running this for weight. But I mean, if we both grab that pin crescent, it won't take too long for that to happen. Actually, really quick, let's see how it's doing today. Still sold out. Now, see, I don't have that yet. I'll eventually need to get it. And I still don't have, like, great crystals. My page crashed the app. Whoops. Oh, mine aren't that. I don't have I don't have that deep in crystals. I'm rocking whenever old soft cap used to be full tat with pen weapon crystals. So like basic Vipers, I think when the L-Cars just first came out for accuracy, we're running, I think, well, not right now, I'm running just straight EXP crystals, but, we, Garen's tier. Oh yeah, with the 10% drop rate crystal. I think at best mine are probably worth maybe like 3 bill, 2 bill, somewhere in there. Hopefully I can get all of my... I'll at least get... I know I'm gonna get 2 done for sure. I think I can get the... I'm gonna get the earrings done. I'm going to get the... I'm aiming for the rings. But... And I'm buying the necklace. I'm not gonna grind for the necklace. That's stupid. The necklace is only 200 mil. So we'll just buy the necklace. And then we'll add on, well, we may have to just buy the belt if I don't get to it. But I need to grind at least 4 of the 4 of the 5 accessories. So I'll be curious to see what this ended up averaging out at the end of the 3 hours today. Like I said, yesterday I got around, I think it was 19 an hour. We've got 2 weeks to do this, so... Yay, grinding. I'm grinding here of all places, too. Like, it feels so bad because there's not, like, the... My treasure item really comes down to the, getting the Marnie's box. Because the Marnie's box is what gives me the big ticket item. Every, like, 10 hours, roughly, is the average of getting a Marnie's box here, I think. I have to go look at my average. Because my average is different than, Garmoth's regular average. Everything Garmoth says, I'm doing better than. Because some people do not know how to keep data. And also, the thing that still blows me on Garmoth is the trash loot difference. I cannot fathom how a Musa is getting more here when I'm doing the same thing on my Ranger, and I get less loot than my Valkyrie. And I kill more mobs. It is a pet cap thing. So how is a Musa getting so much more than me here? Unless Musa is entering something that's not exactly correct. Like, did they actually grind for an hour and 20 minutes, but only wrote it down as an hour? You know, that changes drastically. 20 minutes in this spot longer than 1 hour really changes whether or not you make 31 an hour or 36 an hour. It doesn't make sense. This will be the funny thing. We may only loot 2 more in this hour. Potentially. For a total of 24. We could loot, I mean, we could loot none. And then that really gets cut down, you know, our average per hour. But this is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. You may get one insane hour, then it kind of tapers off to a normal hour, and then it goes to a decent hour. But my average is still hanging at 7 an hour, 6 an hour. I don't... It's not my favorite place to be, but we're here. I'd rather this than some place that I feel like I'm nearly about to die in to only make nothing an hour. Jade Forest. Jade Forest was probably one of the biggest Keck W moments I think I've had in a while. Literally died twice there. and made 410 mil in the hour in liquid silver. Not the 900 an hour you're supposed to be making there. Like, I think I was like 200 mil under what the liquid silver that area should have been. And I was doing a pretty decent job killing them, too. Not optimal, but I was doing a pretty decent job to where I was like, alright. Send me gears and crystals. Alright, I will have to look at that after the ground. Actually, I think I can kind of quickly peek over. Ah, you changed your name. Okay. Yeah, we're roughly around the same. Now, your crystals, I can tell, are better than mine. Just by the quick glance. Also, you haven't popped your Tet Black Star box, which is interesting. Or hold on. Or maybe you did, and that's the weapon. That's gross. I just saw your life skill gear. I am behind on that. I've got tries and tets. I don't have... I've got try accessories, and... Then get rid of that dandy and pop that awakening box on it. I mean, it's not like you're gonna get squat for your dandy anyway. I mean, it's literally useless. 2 bill silver, I think, at best right now. Oh yeah, I would figure by all the tets. That pin's 50. Because I think each tet's like in the 20 bill a pop, and then the tet close is 56, I think. Over 200 bill. Yeah. I just want to loot 5 Atanis in this 1 hour. So I can say I had the best jackpot run yet. Also, while we're here, I figured the little gremlins would be getting hungry. Whoa. No, no. We don't do that here. mean, I don't know why would you be hanging on to the dandy anyway? The Black Star has more monster damage and all sorts of stuff on it that make it more valuable than the dandy, just point blank. You can pull it out and put it on your Black Star. Pop that inverted Garmoth heart out and go get your dandy switch the dandy over to the Black Star. Now see, that's where you have me beat. You have 3 Garmoth's hearts, it looks like. No, you have 2 Garmoth hearts. I do not. I cannot get a Garmoth heart to save my life. But I'm working towards the 2 free ones, so... At some point I'll have 2 of the 3, and then I'll just need to get one down. Which, I'm not gonna lie, for what that is doing for your gear, does not justify 20 bill. I think they're crazy for having that stuff be able to get that high. It should be dropping way more often. Like, it does not make sense that a crystal slot costs 20 bill and a couple extra stats. The fairy. Yeah, I've just got a couple skills on there that you don't have. But I also spent way too much money on 4 of my skills, so do keep that in mind. I spent way too much money on a few of my skills. Back in the day when they first released fairies, oh my god, that was a money dump. To get the tier 4 fairy and then to get the skills rolled on it. God, that sucked. Which doesn't even matter, which is unfortunate. Because you can only pop the potions every 3 seconds anyway. So it's not like you're going to be able to pop it any sooner. So it's like, in theory, we're at the same spot. You may just have a higher skill, but 3 seconds is 3 seconds on either pot, so... Unless they ever... But that's the thing, they just made these super rare limited pots. They should have made them at a 2-second cooldown. But then that changes the balance of the game quite a bit, having potions that can rip every 2 seconds versus every 3. Kind of, sort of. Doesn't really matter, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. 1 knockdown, you're dead, it's over. Games literally CC to win. It's the dumbest thing ever. No skill involved. I have the underwater breathing, I think, on... Nope. Actually, we are... What the heck do I have you don't? Oh, I've got an inexhaustible well. But you playing Wusa doesn't really make sense to have that, since you literally can cure your desert buff with your water skill. So... Which that's... void. That's not even worth. That's not worth saying one's really better than the other. Oh, the Wusa's the life skiller? What the heck is that weapon? It's fans. Your Wusa's that giga geared for just being a life skiller? Oh, that's Megu? I can't tell their kits apart. So you spent a pretty penny moving all that gear over. Or all that, all those life skills over to your, Wusa. Or, yeah, to your Wusa. Because I'm sure that was accumulated on other characters before then. Your ninja's tagged. Ninja! I tagged my ex-girlfriend for memes here. So... we have the Ranger on tag right now. Just to have some fun with the HP, or the MP pot while we grind here. I don't think I could ever seriously play that ever again, but it's tagged for now, because it cost me 200 of the oils. So, yeah, she's tagged for a while. Because honestly, I'm waiting for the life skilling thing to become account bound so that I can actually get my Guardian back. I'd probably tag my Guardian. Jeez, it took nearly 20 minutes to get my first Atanis element this time. And then I looted another one. Back to back. Farming, you're gonna leave on the Shy. Well, the Shy, all that will become void here in a couple months. Or soon. Because they're all going family bound. So all your life skills will be available on everyone. The question is will they combine, or will they just take highest one? They better frickin' combine so that I get all my trade EXP. Yep. That was announced, I think, at the Heidel Ball. Or Calpheon Ball, or whatever it was. That all life skills are going to be family bound now. So... that'll help with my Imperial trade. Yeah. Because now I can tag my Guardian and not have to worry about, and not have to worry about the, pretty much. But for me, it allows the Imperial trade to be on somebody else. So all I need to do is just move my life skill accessories over and do my Imperial daily on that. And then when I need to cook, just move it off of them. That is energy. I have 398 contribution. I haven't done a contribution grind in a long time. I could get it pushed, but I hadn't. I've been too busy doing other things. I wish that was 560 contribution. Man, those turn-ins would be juicy. So if we get 5 more in this last 30 minutes, which is really... Or wait, hold on, no. 3 more in the next 30 minutes, which isn't too ridiculous. We can average 9 an hour today, which is bonkers. 360 CP and 434 energy. That's not bad. To be fair, there's so much that I haven't done in this game for energy. There's so much to do that I would have to catch up on. It's now getting to the point, like, when I would gather that I would run out of buffs in time before I would actually burn my energy. Come on, 3 more. That's all we need. Do it, game. I know you want to do it. Let me have 9 an hour. Professional 1 gathering, professional 1 alchemy. Artisan 4 farming and shy at the moment. Nice. So I think I am master gathering, I'm master gathering, master, hold on, let me just pull this up on the Valk and I'll look at it this way. Ah, crap. So I'm master gathering, I am guru fishing, I am master hunting, guru cooking, master alchemy, guru processing, artisan training, master trading, I think artisan farming, professional scaling or sailing, and beginner bartering. I've never done bartering in my life. I think it's where I sit at with all mine on my Guardian. Master 6 gathering, Guru 27 hunting, Guru 2 cooking, Guru 20, Guru Master 2 alchemy, Professional 1 processing. That's not bad. My processing is like Guru 39, Guru 40. My cooking's Guru 36, 37, I think. I think I'm like mid-20s or 15 in master processing, something like that. Trades in the, I think, 17. Gathering is, I think, in the teens or near the teens. So hopefully when your stuff gets combined, you get some pretty good value out of that for you. So alchemy supposedly is one of the highest valued life skills in the game, but it's the prep work for alchemy that sucks. Getting it set up to do that. Hunting is good, it is one of the better life skills. But the grind spots that you have to realize, you have to maintain your lane. Like, if you cannot just because somebody can pull, let's say, 2 bill an hour at a grind spot fairly consistently, doesn't mean you can. If you're missing something, then that means you need to be efficient for where you're at. It also just comes down to, do you want to circle grind indefinitely when it comes to killing monsters, or do you want to do other stuff with your time? That's disgusting. Like, the reason I do this is because I've tested this specifically for the Valk on her ability to move from pack to pack. The Ranger I could actually change up slightly, but my brain, just to keep it so wired in for the Valkyrie, I run the same path. But this is to keep me using my lunges at just the right spot so that I'm not, like, completely overreaching this. This is tuned while I am slightly slower than I need to be. It allows me to balance out my skills a little bit easier in terms of stamina and respawn, because Polly's does have a few mushrooms that do not respawn as fast. So we want to make sure that by the second rotation, the mushroom's back. So we're running it to where if some little butt munch decides to jump in my spot and start killing some of the rotation off, I will be short. It is that, I do have it that tight. It's not like, oh, I'll just kill another pack or two. No. If somebody was to come in and kill half of this, I would be back on top of this before it respawns. My rotation is a little less than that. Like, right now, the mobs should probably just be spawning up there at the, by my horse. So I'm about 15 seconds behind respawn here. But it's also because of a stamina issue. Valks have crap stamina. So... my brain just can't comprehend set rotations. I get distracted so easily. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah, no, I feel that. But that's why there's a lot of great grind spots now that you don't really have to wander around too far. It's just a couple small packs to packs because they're so darn tanky now. Which I will be honest, personally, I hate these tanky mob spots. Where it's like, seeing these people sit at 2-3 mobs the entire rotation really gets to me. But I get it, they don't have the space to put all these big, wide mob rotations in. You know, for people to go grind in. But I don't feel like we get to see the grind spots nearly as much anymore. Because everything's so... you know, you just stand, like, take trees. Trees, you literally sit at a spawning totem, and then you go jump to another one. So, you may see 3, you may see 4 different trees, but you're not going too far into the grind spot. And that's because they've had to redo the respawn rates of so many of these mobs over the years, because you couldn't have these long cooldowns where you had to take really wide paths to go see the area and grind at the same time. Like, that's how the grind spots were designed, to take you through the area so that you actually got to see it. Because of the mob pathing, especially if you wanted to circle grind in a decent, coherent thought process. Like, think about Pirate Island back in the day. On its original respawn timer, not sure what it is now, but back in the day, you would start there at the docks. You would go up and you would go towards the big platform in the back. You'd go typically the counterclockwise direction. So you'd work your way to the back end of the Pirate Island. One person would go up and over to the side lane profile area and grab those 3 packs back in the back. The other 2 would go down the center. You'd meet behind the back of the platform. From there, you would go to the back area of that, kill all those mobs off. Then you'd make your way around to the right side of the island, and you'd go up the, along the way. I think one person broke off to the side. They would go down towards where the vendor was, kill the packs there, and meet you coming back around the platform again. It's grinding Mansion Forest, and there were times where I ended up at trees because I was zoned out. That actually, I don't know how you got there because they're. Oh, I know how. I know where you went. Yeah, I could see that. Wandering, though, isn't efficient either, because you want to stay where the thicker packs are, sure. But wandering also keeps you from going completely insane at times. I do understand that. Oh, sweet. We completed the Marnie Stone. So we did get it in early enough that we were able to completely do it today. Normally I get it to where I can complete it in the day, but it's normally the dinner rotation because it normally shows up in that second hour. But as long as we get it earlier in that first hour, we can totally do this during the day in the grind session. All right, the final 15 minutes. Can I get 3 more? No, 2 more. 2 more Atanis elements. Give me 9 an hour. I won't even be greedy going for the 10 an hour. Just 2 more and we'll take 9 an hour. Although this will probably be the last lap till I have to go till I need to grab the drop everything off of the horse. And we're about to hit 67% on the Valkyrie. Jeez. If I'd have been trees, I'd have been near 65 by now. We've gained over 160? Yeah, we've gained 160 skill points here while we've been grinding. 160 useless skill points. I am capped on weight. I literally cannot buy anything else. Other than useless skills we just don't use. And I still would have plenty left over, even if I bought them all. Honestly, the weight additions should have been just infinite. They just progressively got more expensive. But they didn't think that far ahead. Which is reasonable. What is my skill point total? 2,820. Jeez. Man, I thought those days were myths. Of course, I know there's gonna be people with way more, but still. Yep, there's the warning. I knew it would be about one more rotation because it's about 10 minutes left. So right now at 8 an hour isn't bad. But we'll see how this party goes during the last few minutes here. And another good question is going to be, what did we average on the event item in the 3 hours? Because that's really going to determine how long I probably end up grinding polys. I believe, game, you can do it. I know you got a few more. And this is what feels really bad, is because, let's see here. I think we only had 22 going into the hour. We've looted 3 this final hour so far. So we're below average by 3 to 4. But we had a very hot hour, which makes it like, I don't really care. I would care if this was my only hour. I'd feel bad. But then I also know that the average goes just like this. It's something that we've really, you know, been keeping very careful note of, and thankfully with Garmoth, we're able to see exactly what's going on. And for me, at this point, if it ends up being what I'm gonna end up doing, it doesn't matter how many we get an hour. I'm here till I get the cups. Unfortunately, is what it seems like. With some experimentation, we will go off to... It'll probably have to be the jail, because my sulfur mine node is at the wrong spot, so I've got to go level that up. I'm almost done with Histrius, so Achman is an option. To go to just normal Achman and grind there for the compass pieces. Because we're going to have to burn some scrolls soon, and I'd really hate to burn scrolls here at this place. So, we're going to have to buy some of the scrolls from the shop. I really, really, really wish they would stop doing this stupid crap of time-gated crap. You've only got 30 days to use this. Look, I get that for, like, the pure Blackstone, so you just can't hoard these things. But, like, random loot scrolls, stop putting timers on these things. Let me use them when I want to use them. But we want to force you to go out and grind because you've got it. Well, yeah, but I will more likely let them expire because they have a timer on them. Because if I don't want to go out and do it, I don't want to do it. But I sure would love to have it when I go out. So it doesn't make sense. Or what if my schedule doesn't allow me to do it? Well, that's why I've had to keep some of them in certain places. So, thankfully I've kept the ones in the silver store unpurchased so that they're not just ticking away in my inventory. Oh, 4 minutes, and then we're done for the day. We'll get my probably 1 hour in at dinner. And then get ready for tomorrow's grind. Hey, 26. Can I get one more in the 3 minutes? Game? Come on. You're close. This is my highest so far. Or my current record for the highest. Can we beat it by 1 today? Three minutes. I just need to loot one more. Which this could be showing us something too. There is maybe a limit to the RNG. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to get 30 an hour. Sure. Come on, 1 minute. One more in 1 minute. There we go. 9 an hour. I'm good. I'm happy. Now it's gonna troll me and be like, hey, here's 3 more real quick. Half 10 an hour. I'm gonna be like, I didn't ask for this. And be like, I know, but here you go. Alright. Now we gotta make the most of this last 50 seconds. Ten seconds. We'll just finish this line up and then we'll be done. And there we go. The grind for the day is complete. 27 Atanis elements or 9 an hour is what we got. But we definitely didn't get 9 an hour. We got like 15-1. We got like a few others. BF 2042. Perfect timing. Nice. Grind. I was about to say grind some border boyfriend in 2024. Uh-oh. What type of grinding are you talking about? Now go have fun. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it as always. All right, let's see what RNG gives me now. All right, duo Tungrad belt. Nope, Primarch. I'll still be lurking. Well, I'm about to get off myself here in just a minute. We're gonna enter all this data, and then I'm gonna get going for the day. I don't know. I was waiting for my. Okay, let me rephrase this. I thought my IP would be out by now, so that's why I was kind of waiting on it. But it looks like it's gonna be a while for that. I was hoping to do it then, when I convert everything over, but I may end up having to come up with something temporary between now and then. So we got 49 in the 3 hours I was grinding. So I averaged 16.3 an hour. This isn't horrible. But yeah, no, I thought about getting rid of those relatively soon, but I'm kind of being held back at that. I don't know why either. The more I look at it, the more I even go, what in the world is going on here? Alright. Grind tracker. Polly's Forest. Let's go ahead and pull... this up. All right, so we put in 3 hours. We looted 93,864 trash. We got 147 Blackstone armors, 121 weapons. We gained 250 Kaffir dust, 80 Kaffir stones, 27 Atanis, 37 scrolls that nobody will ever do, 41 pure forest breaths, 140, 166, 56. Masses are 25. We gained 1 dark red, 2, and 8. We got 1 Marnie stone. Alright, we looted 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chest plates, 3 6 boots, and let's go put all of the...
There are lots of things that can be bought with money, but wouldn't a nice hot supper be true happiness?
Sell. There we go. All right, they're all cleared out of my inventory. There's 20, 40, 60, 67. So that brought us today to a grand total of 2.4 billion or 800 million silver an hour, but let's be real, that's not what it really is. It's 426 mil without pity, peace, plus 50%, and then it was um 49 jewels. $49 jewels in 3 hours. All right, so let's put in the 27 there and hit the big old fat save. All right, so our current average is still 7.2 on the Atanis elements. Hooray. Curious, what is my Marnie? I've looted 6 total, and I'm averaging 0.14. Oh yeah, wait. This is off. I did loot 1 artifact, so I need to edit that. I did loot 1 artifact. 1. There we go. Whatever. We won't worry about the discrepancy over here in the roundup. So, that's it for today. We have quite a lot to go. That's for sure. We're definitely not done yet. But I tell you what, we're getting there. Also, it's nice starting to see money go up. So We're over 100 Atanis elements, so we got 98 more to go as of the end of stream. So we'll have a little bit more, a few bit more after this. We're 60 away, so hopefully tomorrow we could actually buy the first one if we really wanted to. But I'm just gonna save them till we're done, and trade them in before the event ends. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Slowly but surely coming together. So let's go ahead and get, whoop, that does not go in here. Collect, relist, have 50. We'll be back tomorrow and put another dent in this thing. Hopefully tomorrow is another good day, just like this, and we can feel like we're making that progress towards another potion. I've really got to find the space and time to put that quest in there in between this grind, so that we can actually get the potion is going to be a key thing. Because might as well get it if we can get it. But the biggest thing that's holding me back is the stupid... leaves that I'll need. It's the only thing that's going to hold me back from actually just being able to walk up and just do it. So... Anyway, let's go ahead and shut X and YouTube down. We're done here with the bank. I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. It's always fun to have you guys around. Like I said, tune in tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. my time, 3 hours ago your time. We'll continue on that BDO grind. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So let's grab X and YouTube over here, and then we're going to go throw the raid over to somebody on Twitch. So there is YouTube off.